Hello, and thank you for attending this presentation today. My name is Shubrata Debnath, and I'm going to talk about my company, Analysis Express. Analysis Express is a business and technology consulting company. We work with um, mechanical engineering, business intelligence, data warehousing subject areas. We are a minority owned 8A certified company. So before I get into details of our company, I want to talk a little bit about why we are doing this and what is our vision. To summarize this, I put together this letter. Um, so we do understand the importance of the projects. Each of these projects are very important. Some of these are related to national security. Some of these are going to improve our infrastructure. Overall, it is going to improve um, our country and keep America safe. So we do understand the importance of our work and the kind of projects that we are going to be involved with. So we have you have our commitment to get these projects done, no matter how complex they are, the size, or the scope. We, if we promise, we would deliver. Your mission is our priority. So with that, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so on this slide, I'm going to give you an overview of our company at a very high level. So Analysis Express, it is recognized for its expertise in mechanical engineering services, business intelligence, which are analytics kind of work, and enterprise performance management or EPM consulting services. We work with uh, financial department or finance department rather, financial planning and analysis, management reporting, um, and strategic business growth using our business intelligence and business consulting services. Our company has been founded in 2004 in Westchester, Ohio, which is 30 miles north of Cincinnati, uh, Ohio. As I said, our primary services includes engineering services, particularly mechanical engineering, uh, CAD, modeling kind of work, business intelligence, predictive analytics, data visualization um, services. We are partnered with Oracle, Microsoft, and IBM, and we are working with Siemens to be a Siemens partner also. So once again, our supported platform that we work on with pretty much any clients includes obviously Oracle, Microsoft, and IBM platforms and their business intelligence software, the Hyperion OBIE and EBS suite from Oracle, Microsoft Analysis Services from Microsoft, BPC uh, from SAP, BPC or Business Objects, both are from SAP, IBM, Cognos and SPSS software, and TM1 software, and Siemens PLM software. As I mentioned, we are a minority owned business and we have our 8S certification until October of 2018 next year. Um, some of this information, for example, the cage code, is there for anybody to look up our company. The dance number is there and the EIN is there. Um, I'm going to quickly point out our next code, um, 541511, the computer programming, 512 and 519. And also we found that 541611, which is management consulting, is beneficial, and we have been working on that. We have been working in that capacity for a while, so we included that. Um, the next code related to engineering services, which is 541330, 340, and 690. So with that, let's move on to the next slide. Okay, so on this, in this slide, I would talk about the consulting service products and service areas that we work with. Um, just once again, Analysis Express, we provide services. So we do in IT and engineering services, obviously, but more specifically, project management, software engineering, IT consulting services, and data management services. Projects are designed and managed by highly qualified professionals to ensure the most appropriate, cost effective solutions possible. Analysis Express, we support for the implementation of business intelligence solution. We develop web-based applications, lead client training activities. In other words, we provide training so that you can get most out of our implementation. So we work with our clients from requirements uh, through the completion. We have our own um, agile development methodology. As you know, agile development has been really a popular word, um, and it is really uh, beneficial for business intelligence type of projects. Excuse me. So with that, um, let's talk about a little bit about the the products and the service areas that we work with. Um, so our primary engagement approach, meaning the way we approach a client on their needs, we try to work with uh, various clients with various needs, and some clients have um, fixed price projects that they want to get done at a certain time with a fixed amount of budget, or there are projects that are based on time and material. We do provide staff augmentation whenever clients approach us with that kind of need. Project manager, business analyst, ETL developers, um, project architect, or mechanical engineer are some examples of staff augmentation that we have done. Once again, our core capabilities include business intelligence, data warehousing, database and system support, engineering analytics, um, application development, business intelligence, training, IT governance, PMO services, system integration services. All of these within our next code that I explained in the previous slide. Um, just to touch base on analytical systems, we work with major vendors and their tools, such as Microsoft, IBM, Oracle, SAP, um, Tableau, and Spotfire. They're becoming very popular, and we have been working with them for the last 4 or 5 years. Um, uh, just to summarize some of the engineering tools that we work with, the CAD tools uh, includes Siemens NX, AutoCAD, SolidWorks, Pro Engineer. CA tools is ANSYS, and obviously Siemens PLM Team Center, which is a very popular software in engineering field. Um, we work with that too. Um, the ETL and database tools, once again, is popular ETL and database tools we work with. Um, um, Microsoft, Oracle, um, DataStage, Informatica, Teradata, and such. Apart from that, we do provide services that are related to more like project management type services, such as change management, transition management, security services such as cyber threat, um, threat analytics and detection. Um, the GIS services related to database development, related to mapping kind of software or application. So with that, let's move on to the next slide. So on this slide, I have, sorry for that error message. On this slide, I have put together all the service areas, and I have divided a kind of like created a landscape of services that we provide. So from left to right, analytics systems to management. And in order to implement analytics systems, um, we require the business intelligence, the architecture, and integration. So those are in the middle here. So within analytics systems, we do provide services that are more of like a scorecard type application to uh, data discovery, scorecard, KPI analytics, and other analytics application development. A prime example of this analytics application development, we worked with Johnson and Johnson, Ethicon Endosurgery, one of Johnson and Johnson company. They provide, they create medical instruments for endoscopic surgery. So we worked with them and created a software that keeps track of the size of all these parts and how they would fit together, the measurement of that, and then we perform analytics on these to create prediction on how the parts would, if they're built, how they would fit together, or if they're going to fall apart and such. Hopefully not. So I can go in detail with each of these, but I'm going, for the sake of time, I'm going to kind of try to skip a little bit of that and see the data integration, the ETL technologies we work with, um, project management services such as the assessment and strategy. We worked with Pomeroy, which is a local IT consulting services or infrastructure, rather, services firm. We have done their BI assessment and strategy. Um, Other services in this bucket may be quality assurance, testing, organizational change management, data governance, all of that PMO type services. Okay. Um, and the engineering services include um, mechanical and manufacturing engineering, analytics systems, system engineering, integration, uh, design drafting, project management related to engineering services. Um, of course, we have developed software, and the software is currently being used by 80 some engineers on a daily basis. Um, Structural and analysis, such as how the parts would fit together, the drawing maintenance, 3D CAD modeling, um, product ownership, and end of life product documentation. So with that being said, let's move on to the next slide. So uh, in this business or any other business, nobody can do it alone. You need partners. Analysis Express is very happy, uh, very proud to be in the middle of an ecosystem of partners and companies and people. Um, uh, we are very fortunate. Together with alliance partners, we can offer much more than what our core capabilities are. Um, so some of the examples may include such as hosting solution. Analysis Express does not have a hosting facility, but we work with companies who can provide that kind of solution. Um, or or maybe barcoding, e-commerce, and those type of applications. We rely on partners. For government consulting, I should mention here that we would rely on our alliance partners. Our top alliance partners in the government space include Ivanhoe and DSD Labs. They do have government, experience, so we would rely on them either for project management or program management type of services or advisory kind of services. I should mention here that DataX is a analytics is a professional group of analytics professionals, uh, roughly about 650 members in this group. This group, our company founded this group back in 2010. Um, uh, another platform for us to rely on when we need expert help on trying to do any project or trying to accomplish a certain goal, or get advisory services from this group. So um, in commercial space, we have relied on other companies such as Ascendum, Co-Strategics, Visual, to name a few. Okay. So with that being said, let's move on to the next slide. This slide is about a few examples of testimonials from our clients. Um, Obviously, we have many satisfied clients, and some are very, very satisfied. Such as let me try to uh, read it. The CFO of a manufacturing company in Cincinnati. He said, "My experience with Analysis Express has been outstanding. They came highly recommended by one of their longtime clients. I could not be more pleased with their technical abilities, responsiveness, and commitment to make sure they understand our business needs. In my 20 plus year professional career, they are one of the best consultants I have partnered with, with across all disciplines. Such a high praise that keeps us going. Uh, that makes us very happy and very satisfied. Um, I hope working with you, we are going to get very high CPAR, if not hopefully perfect score, and very high praise also uh, by the quality of service that we would provide. Um, uh, in next few slides, I would explain what is our strategy in trying to provide uh, our secret sauce, why we are so successful, why we do better job. Um, so with that, move on to the next slide. Okay, so this slide and the next slide here are some examples of companies that we have worked with. I'm not going to read through this. There is a lot of words. There are a lot of words on this page, but very to summarize this. This manufacturing company that we have worked with is a large manufacturing company, one of the Fortune 500 companies. We have worked with them since 2008. We have supported their business intelligence solutions since then, and we are still currently working with them almost 10 years now. In that process, we have upgraded their Oracle-based business intelligence system. We have enhanced their system where some system performs 10 times better than originally when we started working with them. Um, we support their users all over Europe, US. Um, so rest is written here, so it can you can read it at your leisure. We worked with a university locally on an Oracle project. We helped them on ETL, um, specifically Oracle Warehouse Builder and ODI, Oracle Data Integrator product. Um, we have, while working with them, we have reduced their support tickets considerably. I believe we caught up to it. Um, there was a backlog of 6 or more months worth of support tickets. So another example of IT type of work we have done with again a large entertainment, a large company, happened to be in entertainment business. Um, we have developed a system to do a survey of their employees, more than 2,000 employees that are part-time employees for the company. Um, they perform surveys, or using the software they could perform surveys 4 times a year, very efficiently, web-based application, and then analytics to provide the reporting that they needed um, to understand various metrics that they wanted to keep track. Um, Lastly, um, an example, I talked a little bit about that earlier. A medical device company. So we developed a software uh, to solve their specific need. The software is called TADM system. Uh, in essence, what the software does, it keeps track of all the parts um, that are used to design, used for their needs. um, Endoscopic surgical tools, all the parts, and how they the measurement of all these parts and how they fit together, and the kind of tolerance that they can have. um, what tolerance is how tight or how loose each of these parts can be before it would either fall off or be too tight to fit. Uh, so uh, so there are thousands of parts and thousands of analytics that they needed to uh, they they do on a product development life cycle, and all of this is very time consuming. You know, without me saying it, I think you understand. So with the software, it can be done on a very rapid basis, and it is very easy to see where the errors are. It has some of the statistics that we have collected point us to that it has made an improvement, 60% overall improvement in the construction, 90% improvement in upkeep, and 80% improvement in analytics. So, some statistics right there. All right, so with that, this slide is kind of like a NASCAR type slide with some of the examples of our clients and their company logos there. Um, as you can see, some of them are very recognized names, like such as Gap, uh, Ethical Endosurgery, which is Johnson and Johnson, Cooper Tires. Um, we have done some subcontract work also. Uh, it's kind of dated, but we have done some work for the IRS on their Oracle. Actually, their IT modernization project. We have done some Oracle business intelligence work for them. Okay, so this slide is my most favorite slide. This is the value proposition. So, why you should do business with us? Okay, so first of all, we employ qualified consultants. Very easy to say, and everybody would probably say the same thing. But what we do differently is that we look for consultants, we look for IT or mechanical engineers that are cross trained in multiple skills, so they can do multiple things, or at least even if they're doing one thing, they can communicate with someone else. So for a perfect example might be, let's say, a software programmer. If the software programmer doesn't understand database or ETL technologies well, or a little bit of project management, then the software programmer cannot communicate or won't be able to communicate effectively with, let's say, the uh, program manager, project manager, and what he needs and his priorities and deadline, or ETL developer, how he's developing his ETL methodology or ETL software, um, and how it should integrate with the program, uh, and such. I have seen in my 20 plus year IT career that without having multiple skills, cross trained skills, a lot of team. People in large team, they cannot communicate with each other effectively to get a product done at a efficient manner. Um, so, so with that, this is so with that saying, qualified consultants are very important, and we employ qualified consultants. Productive utilization. What this means is that we keep detailed records of activities and accomplishment. We do that using Google Docs so that it is online, so that the clients can see these or on a regular basis. Um, Obviously, for federal clients, it may be in a different method, or it may be a different online system. But for our commercial clients, almost always we put daily record of our activities and accomplishments in Google Docs. In fact, we have been working with Cooper Tire since 2008. Each hour we worked with them since then is on a Google spreadsheet or Google Doc. Uh, so something we are very proud of. I can give you some examples of what this Google Doc looks like if you're interested. Essentially, it documents how a work was done, how long it took, and if there is any follow-up that needs to be done. Um, Next point, focusing on near-term solution, but more importantly, the long-term sustainability is very important to us. So what that means is that there are different ways to create a software. You can write a code that is, and a lot of times the clients don't see this. Is hit, behind the curtain, but you can write software that is very dirty and very messy and kind of is called spaghetti code. Um, so it may work, or it works just as good. The problem comes when it doesn't work, because when it doesn't work, then you have to go through all this spaghetti code to figure out how it was written, and you have to untangle the code to uh, to solve a problem. Okay, and also what I have seen, and probably everybody would agree, you can write code that is extendable, uh, and that can be used over and over again, um, or that can be leveraged by another software very easily. So there are better ways of writing code, not just writing code. And that's why the experience comes into play. And that's why the qualified consultant with cross-trained abilities that I mentioned earlier comes into play, because only these kind of folks can see through a problem and can come up with a solution that is so much more sophisticated. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to mention here, that not just near-term solution, but how a long-term sustainability along how it is going to uh, for a long term, how it is going to perform, and how it can be maintained. That is our focus. Um, so we are very focused on our deadlines, and we do not like to miss a deadline. But 80% of IT projects are always over budget and miss deadlines. So not but we do not use missing deadline as an excuse to charge more and create more revenue. So again, we are not 100% perfect, but but we try to meet our deadline as best as we can. We do use a seamless remote delivery model. What that means is that if you would allow us to work on site and off site, some problems, such as support type problems or research and develop type of problems, can be done off site. It doesn't need to be on site at client site on a everyday 8 to 5 basis. uh, we would offer that to you. What that buys us is that we can hire consultants at a much more competitive rate, and we can pass the savings on to you. So it is going to be cheaper for you. Okay. So with that, onto the next slide, which is my contact information is right there. Um, Once again, my name is Shubrata Devnath. Um, Maybe I would um, take back to the first or second slide that has my picture on there. Um, so my name is Shubrata Devnath, and I hope you would consider us for your next project. Once again, we are an 8A certified company. We have very large commercial clients, commercial companies as our clients. Uh, I'm sure we are going to do great job for you. Um, so, thank you for listening to me.